Expo Shanghai was China re-emerging. This was to be part of their coming out party to the world. We knew that our trade and other relationships were going to expand exponentially, so we were one of the first countries to say, yep, we'll be there and we will be there in style. The real challenge was we knew there'd be a huge spread. We would have Shanghai, sophisticated, well-educated middle class who knew about New Zealand and who wanted to get pretty sophisticated takeaways. We also knew that there would be people from the provinces for whom meeting a foreigner was still a novel experience. And so we had to have a pavilion that would cater really for these different audience expectations. We essentially outside knew that we would have long queues and that we had to do things in those queues to entertain people. So in that queuing area we had a series of po with screens on them that were interactive. And then as you came in we had a large Pounamu, the same one as we'd had in Aichi. And again, that resonated so well. A magnificent piece of New Zealand greenstone. It became something of a ritual. People wanted to come and touch the greenstone. And we would have people queuing up simply to do that. And it was magnificent with water running over it. And then we had a walk through in the pavilion. This was a day in the life of New Zealand. And it was a composite city which started at dawn and you walked through the day, through the city, starting at the seaside, the sort of the waterfront in Auckland, and finishing in the rural areas in the mountains. And then at the end, there was a magnificent Pohutukawa tree. Really what most people adored about the New Zealand pavilion was the Pounamu and the Pohutukawa. And the Pohutukawa we had a real problem with because it looked real. Everybody thought it was real and everybody wanted to pull it. Take a piece away. Every expo has a national day. And in Shanghai, ours was the 9th of July. Prime Minister Qi, he came for that. He brought with him quite a significant business delegation, including our sponsors. The whole thing about doing business in China is not transactional driven, it's relationship driven. They want to establish that personal relationship first. Being able to do this in a New Zealand pavilion, which is showing the best of New Zealand, and it is a government-driven operation. I think that adds something very much to the business dimension. One of the things looking back that I think is really important, we were authentic. Sure, we wanted to get across some new messages, but they represented the reality, the way we are. And I think that is very, very important in an expo. Not to try to pretend, but at the end of the day, to be authentic. And who we are is a great story.